And we're back.
We're back.
Okay. We sure we know how to do this anymore?
I don't remember how to. Hi. We're
Yeah.
podcasting. It's podcast time.
Podcast time.
We didn't even check the levels.
No.
We should probably
We'll try this again.
take two.
Take two. No shit.
I don't know. You could splice that in there if you want.
I don't.
We didn't check the levels of the audio.
That's kind of our deal, though.
Yeah. So we normally don't get on here anymore because there's not really a whole lot to talk about.
It's all been talked.
Yeah. What was the last one we talked about? Was it that whole
Well, let me look up. Let's see. What,
Hollywood
I
thing?
think it was the Hollywood thing. Yeah.
How's he doing these days?
I don't know, man. I don't watch his show anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what the dude's deal is, and I don't care, man. He's his own man. He does his own thing, and he's still got that Roku TV thing going on.
Yes, he does. Yep, the very last one, when podcasting goes wrong. And that was that whole Hollywood thing with
Yeah, because of the thing, and they got into a thing, and then the thing.
yeah. We could talk about that, but we're not gonna.
It doesn't matter.
No.
How's Danny Deal doing? He's doing good.
I think he's done with the internet.
He's done with the internet. It's gonna be
that-
hard to be a what was he, a podcaster or a
I think he was a
TikToker or a YouTube?
social
what was-
media influencer. I really don't know.
I don't know what his pronouns or not pronoun. What do you call it? His
I don't know, man. Pronouns, I think, are
no,
his
it's
moniker.
Moniker. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I didn't go to college and show.
He's not a bad dude, you know.
He's
I mean,
probably
they just,
okay.
Danny's making his own ways.
No, I think with Danny, he's just, he's trying to be the extra cool guy. Nobody's the extra cool guy except for the extra cool guys. And if you have to tell me you're an extra cool guy, then I got bad news for you.
You're not that cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not cool. I'm not that extra cool guy.
No, we're just a couple of greasy bikers from Janesville, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Speaking of greasy bikers from Wisconsin, I went to Sturgis.
You did go to Sturgis.
I went
yes.
to Sturgis.
During the Sturgis time.
Yep. Had the full experience.
Yeah, talk about that. How
give
was
it
that?
3 stars
Out of 10?
out of 5. So, and here's why I give you 3 stars, and we'll get into it. But
Oh, I'm gonna light a cigar. You want a cigar?
sure.
It was my birthday. The wife always sends me the Dominican.
Oh no,
steak.
you please. Dealer's choice.
That is a really good one.
Don Augusto.
Yeah.
So here's why Sturgis is kind of broke in. Feel like I'm doing an ASMR thing.
Yeah, no shit, right?
That's me making a spark packaging. Anyways,
And draw it out. Got to draw it out.
It's really goddamn expensive. And before everybody in the comments section goes, yeah, no shit. Like everything is really the price of gas is expensive. And there's nowhere you can go in 100-mile radius that they didn't jack the price up on everything. Because, and from what I found out, that whole area pretty much only exists for that one fucking rally.
Well, it's like what, population 7,000 year round or something.
Right. But what I don't get, what's astonishing to me is that there's a lot of cool things in that area. You got Mount Rushmore, you got Crazy Horse,
Custer National Park,
Spearhead Canyon,
Spearfish Canyon,
Canyon. Yeah, that's what I said.
Deadwood.
The list, the Badlands.
Yeah, the Badlands. You got Devil's Tower, Belle Fourche, Bear Butte. Like, there's enough to see without going downtown, right?
Right. Now, I was there for a week, almost a week. Got there on Saturday, left on the following Friday.
Living the van paradise.
Allegedly. But yeah, living the van life.
Well, you borrowed that, buddies.
Yeah, And long story short, I went downtown 3 times, maybe. Every guy at work asked me, "Did you see boobs?" Yeah, it's
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
What do you think? It's Sturgis. Yeah.
It's like saying, "Did you see any bikes?"
Yeah.
A
No
few.
shit.
It's like, and it's Sturgis, and it's
Couple
very
black street lights.
yeah, yeah. A lot of bad dads. Let's put it that way. A lot of weekend warriors. A lot of embroidered jeans. A lot of fucking Ed Hardy shirts.
Well, it's like the rub mecca, right?
Oh, it really is. It really is the rub mecca. Like, the amount of dealer plates I saw was very, how do you say, astonishing. Like, guys buying a bike just to go to Sturgis, or renting a bike or whatever. It's like, dude, it's, granted, yes, you're going to have your old school dudes with crazy ass fucking get-ups. Like, I saw an Uncle Sam dude on a trike. His whole bike was like done up like American patriot theme. He looked like Uncle Sam. He's running around, American flag. Yeah. You got that guy. But you're going to have more guys with spit polish shined Harley boots on and iron jeans and that whole scene. You're going to be buying fucking $20 switchblades for $200. You're going to be fucking, the $50 fucking t-shirts are there. The fucking $18 Jack and Cokes. 18 fucking, now granted, I know I'm spoiled. I live in Wisconsin. Your typical Jack and Coke is 5, 6. I get it. I'm spoiled. But when we were in Daytona and we were downtown, it was like $8. Was it more expensive? Yes. But did they rape you? No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Not like
Daytona,
Sturgis.
no. Sturgis. No. They bend you over.
And like there's like, even like the restaurants in the surrounding areas jack their prices up, except for one place. And I'm going to give a shout out to the VFW in Deadwood, South Dakota. Deadwood, South Dakota. If you were anywhere near Deadwood, South Dakota, stop at the VFW. They had $4 sloppy joes. This is some of the best sloppy joes I've ever had.
Well,
And-
it didn't happen here because our sloppy joes last time Mongo made them were shit.
Nobody's perfect.
They needed salt
Yeah,
and pepper.
seasonings.
Yeah, seasonings.
Whatever. Anyways, but it was nice because the drink prices were the same as if it wasn't Sturgis, and it was $4 sloppy joes. And I mentioned it to the bartender, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're not going to gouge you guys. We know you're just here for the rally. We're not. No, it's just a normal day for us." I'm like, "That's beautiful." And that's great. And it was dead in there. I think,
Didn't you guys gamble there too?
yeah. $147 on the poker machine.
That
So
doesn't suck.
doesn't suck. Try to like this thing. But I mean, you gotta appreciate the businesses that are just happy that you stopped in. They're not going to try to be like, "Hey, we need to get every ounce of money out of you." Now, what I will say is there's a place called Elk Creek Steakhouse. If you were thinking about going to Sturgis next year, or you're driving through Sturgis, and you see Elk Creek Steakhouse, do not go to Elk Creek Steakhouse. Their prices were way the fuck out of control. They were out of everything. They were out of literally probably 2/3 of their alcohol beverages, from beer to whiskey to wine, you name it. Nope, we're out. Nope, we're out. Nope, we're out.
How much was the steak?
It was like a ribeye was like $46, and it was a chuck. $46 for a ribeye.
And this wasn't like Warshawski and Smith's in Chicago, or
It was
like it's like
Elk Creek Steakhouse.
Wow.
Sue me. Tell me I'm wrong. fuck you. Come at me, Elk Creek. Now,
$46.
46, that was for a ribeye, a prime rib.
You
I
get what, a
want to
potato?
say was, oh, you got a baked potato or baked beans. You couldn't get both. Oh, no. Oh, no. You got a baked potato or baked beans. Their salad, I swear to God, and I'm not even kidding. This is not an exaggeration. It was shredded iceberg lettuce that you would buy in the store
Which is the bottom barrel of lettuces.
with a little bit of shredded cheese, 3 pieces of diced tomato, and 2 croutons.
Not 3 croutons, 2.
2. Everybody
Counted
just got
and measured
2.
croutons.
And you had 2 choices of salad dressing, ranch or French. And it came in a paper bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. Steakhouse. And for the kicker, and this is the best part really, there was no appetizers whatsoever. There were no, you would think rolls, right? Rolls, endless rolls.
Well, for $46, fuck.
For a 6-table person, they brought 5 rolls. And if you wanted extra rolls, they were extra money.
What, $12 a piece?
I don't even know. We didn't even ask.
Wow.
It's like, I'm not paying for a dinner roll at a steakhouse when you're charging damn near $50 for a fucking piece of shit fucking beef.
Oh, we are spoiled in Wisconsin. They got this thing called a supper club here in Wisconsin.
There's supper clubs everywhere, but
Well, I mean, Wisconsin supper clubs, though, they got that relish tray that comes out and, you know, all sorts of rolls and shit, all these freebies. Hell, you can fill up on that and never even order. I cringe to think what a bottled water cost.
I don't know. But I'll tell you this, Texas Roadhouse is a million times better than a steakhouse in South Dakota.
That's amazing.
I'm not going to say all steakhouses in South Dakota are like the Elk Creek Steakhouse, but in Elk Creek, South Dakota. But I will say that I think it was Elk Creek Road, maybe. I don't know the name of the town. Doesn't matter. Google it. Elk Creek Steakhouse. Tell them I sent you. Anyways, yeah, it was so trash, dude. It was so trash.
So it was expensive. Right?
Really expensive.
I can't imagine what like the grocery stores were charging for prices.
Everything was jacked up.
Wow.
And the employees would tell you that, like, hey, you know, normally I wouldn't be charging you $5 for a loaf of bread, but it's Sturgis. Wow. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but you don't go out there to visit the. Well, you didn't go out there. You went out there for some riding, right? So you rode, and what were you riding? Your newest bike?
Yeah, shitbox Softail. And here's the thing. Well, it started to eat itself. And so the first few days was nothing but rain. So it was all mud. So if you're at the Shade Tree fucking campground, or Shade Valley, I'm sorry, Shade Valley campground, and it even gets humid, chances are you're going to have to ride in mud because apparently gravel just isn't in their budget. And so the first, literally, second I pulled in, we have to go down this 1/4 mile long fucking driveway, which is nothing but huge holes and mud. So the bike gets muddy on an open trailer pulled behind a van before I even take it off the trailer. And before, oh, you didn't ride it there? No, I didn't ride it there. I slept in a fucking van all fucking week. So, you know, fuck off. I'm fucking 44 years old, man. I'm not sleeping on the ground anymore. I don't care.
You've ridden your miles, brother.
Well, it's
got to prove nothing to nobody.
Well, it's like this. I mean, when people are, oh man, I rode there. Yeah, were you in your 40s? No, were you in your 20s? Yeah, okay, then shut up. Then just shut up.
Were you on a 92 with the chopper with a Springer front end? No, shut up.
Anyways, the point is that The writing is amazing. That is why I give it 3 stars. Spearfish Canyon, probably some of the best fucking road I've ever ridden on. Devil's Tower is cool. Getting to Devil's Tower is cool. Crazy Horse is cool. Yeah,
No, it's beautiful out there.
and the
It really
Badlands.
is.
I mean, the Badlands are so weird. It's
It's prehistoric.
like being on another planet.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, you're looking at it and you're like, wow, this is just here. And, you know, I mean, if you don't get off the interstate, you wouldn't even know it's there.
I looked at the Badlands and I went, wow, motherfuckers came through this with wagons with Conestoga wheels on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, wow.
The Sioux people used to live there. That's crazy to me.
I think there's still a reservation there, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's mostly reservation.
Yeah, there's a chunk of it that's reservation, but I mean, let's just say they used to live there before we made it a reservation and started building houses. They lived in like teepees and hunted the land and shit. And it's like just a
Before we gave them the smallpox blankets.
Yeah, whoops. Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Our bad.
Whoops. I didn't do it.
I didn't either, but that's
wasn't
biological warfare, folks.
Hey, sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry you guys can't take a cold, but
you know what I thought was really cool about the Badlands when I was there was that it looks like you just look at it and it's just like you see all rock and it looks devoid of life.
Yeah.
But then you get off and you look up close and you start looking at all the scenery and you're standing there and then it's all this little life that goes on, these little like chipmunks and gophers and prairie dogs and pronghorn sheep and God knows what else that are in there.
Oh, I almost ran one of those over.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we came around this corner and there was this, hey, there's this fucking sheep in the middle of the road. Or is it a goat?
I think there was a goat from the picture you sent. Probably would have eaten better than the pronghorn sheep.
Yeah.
Never know. I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, I almost ran one of them over because it was like coming around this 90-degreer and there it is in the middle of the road eating whatever.
Nobody touched prairie dog, right?
Nope, didn't get leprosy.
That's what I was gonna say. They got signs all over the place. Don't touch the cute little prairie dogs because they have like a whole prairie dog like community. Like there's just hundreds of thousands of them all around Devil's Tower.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
Don't try to pet the fucking fuzzy cow either.
Oh no. I've seen enough videos on that.
Yep, the fuzzy cows are mean. Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo are mean. They don't like us. Kind of like the people that used to live there before we got there. Like
the Stu and the Lakota.
Yeah, they're not super
no, they're not.
They're not big fans of the whole thing.
A white boy. Yeah, the white man.
I mean, it's sort of like, hey, yeah, no, it's great to see you. Yeah, no, leave. I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. You know.
How was traffic?
In Sturgis or around Sturgis?
Well, yes and yeah, both.
Okay. In Sturgis, it's a pain in the ass to even get anywhere to do anything. The cops are the world's biggest assholes in Sturgis. Like, I get that they want people to be safe, but it's a cash grab. Multiple people talked about how they would get pulled over for some random thing. There's a dude who got pulled over for doing 36 and a 35.
Wow.
Yeah. And the cop told him, yeah, you were going 36. And he's like, what's speed limit? 35. He's like, really? He's like, yep, that's speeding. And then accused him of drinking. Gave him a field sobriety test, passed it. And then said, well, I think you were drinking. I'm not going to give you a breathalyzer, but I'm either going to arrest you for suspicion of alcohol or suspicion of DUI, or I will impound your bike and you can pick it up tomorrow. And the impound fee is $375.
But he passed the breathalyzer test.
Sobriety test.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't give him a breathalyzer. That wasn't even an option.
I would have been like, here's a vein right here, man.
Yep.
Tap into it.
Yeah.
Tell me what my BAC is,
that's
motherfucker.
It. If he did that, well, then he's going to jail. They're going to impound his bike any fucking ways.
Wow.
And then, yeah, you got to go. It's just the money. It's the whole thing is a cash grab.
Well, after 2 a.m. too, from what I've read,
This was in the middle of the day.
well, that's what I mean. But I mean,
Right.
any bikes that are like on the main drag after 2 a.m., they tow them all away.
It's $375 to pick it up.
Jeez.
So I mean, it's something I don't ever want to have to go to again. I would love to go back there and go more riding in a few years, but I'm going to do it a week before the rally.
Yeah.
Because you're going to ask some of the vendors, you won't have all the cops because they pipe cops in.
Yeah, they from all over the country.
Yeah, and they work, they're part-time or whatever, however they do it.
I've heard the week after is really good because you get a lot of the vendors stick around and they discount their stuff.
That either or. Yeah, I don't go there to buy t-shirts, so I don't
Right.
fuck.
I don't even own a Harley t-shirt.
Me neither.
I have a hat that says Harley on it. That's about it.
I don't even have that anymore. I lost it.
Mine's rotting in the garage.
Yeah.
Well, we're a different kind of biker than the guys that go out to Sturgis.
That's why I've never been, because I know what it is. It's
Yeah, but you can say you've been, right?
no, I was there and I rode, and yeah, there's still cool dudes that go there and shit, and they do it out of nostalgia, and that's cool. But they're few and far. I went to the Full Throttle Saloon. I
went to the old one.
Yeah.
It was not smoldering embers anymore. In fact, we've got a jar of the last bit of embers that were shoveled up right up on top of our fridge over there.
But it's not. I mean, So I was telling one of the dudes that I went with, I'm like, the difference between like a lot of the people here and us is that we do this every fucking weekend. We do this all the time. We go out riding and fucking partying and we do all the shit. This is what we do.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys here, they don't do that, man. They own a construction company and they do this and they do that. And they don't really get out and about, and they don't really fucking mingle with
What the
how professional is this?
God, that's
How
terrible.
professional
I
is
had
this?
meant to turn that down.
Oh my God.
We haven't done this in a while. Leave me alone.
It's fine.
But you're right. I mean, they're accountants. They're all sorts of shit.
They're whatever they are, but they don't do this regularly, and some guys are there because, they're getting on in years and they've never been.
Right.
And some guys are there because they do it every fucking year because it's their one time to be a biker. Whatever, man. Ride your ride. I don't give a shit. And then you got the young dudes that are there. They're just going to be the example. You know what I mean? They're the reason why there's cops every 5 feet, And that's, hey, man, you got to go through that in life. I did it, not at Sturgis, but at other places.
Oh, yeah.
You got to, it just is what it is. So if you've never been, I recommend either A, only going for a few days, because after a few days, you've pretty much seen what you want to see, and you're going to get the same experience if you go 3 days or a week. It's going to be more if you stay a week. And if everything I said sounds like it's super fun, then fucking do it. If you're like, well, I kind of don't give a shit about fucking partying, and I don't give a shit about, seeing a bunch of hoochie mamas trying to rape you for money or whatever, because
we go to the strip clubs, we see that.
I mean, you have to understand, like, there's no like single chicks at Sturgis looking for a dude. Like, I think there's a misconception.
And that scantily clad bartender who says how much she loves you doesn't really love you.
Yeah, go back to episodes whatever when we talk to them.
Yeah,
and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Chances are at least. I mean, if you're a good looking motherfucker and you're built like a brick shit house and you find the right chick, okay, fine, you win. But it's not going to happen for the average guy. You're just going to be, you're going home by yourself.
Yeah, she wants something different in your pocket, in your pants, and what you think it is, like, or your wallet, your money.
Yeah, I mean, I've never met a single chick saying, "Hey, You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Sturgis. I'm going to hook up with guys. That has never been said ever, ever, ever. I don't care the stories you've heard. Yeah, maybe some dude pulled a bartender or some dude pulled a local, maybe.
Whatever. Yeah.
But as far as like, no, dude. If you go out there, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. For most guys. I know this from talking to them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, I'm gonna get laid tonight, man. I'm gonna take a chick back to the
No, you're not.
whatever campground or hotel or whatever. Nah, no, you're not. Nah, not unless you bring them. If you brought sand to the beach, then yeah, you'll get sandy. But
yeah, more on the lines of Chris Farley's character from what was that, Billy Madison? Yeah. Yeah, on the bus. Yeah, I fucking no, you didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah. So I mean, Mount Rushmore's cool, right?
it is cool. It's not as big as you think it is.
No, it's not. It's not. And then you like look at all those rocks laying down, and you're like, wow, that's like the rock that they chiseled off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool.
It's a cool museum
cool.
they got there. I mean,
I didn't go to that. I didn't pay money. I just stood on the side of the road.
well, no, it's not that. Well, I mean, you just see it. Oh, you stood on the side of the road. See, I was lucky when I went there. It was National Parks free week in America, and like every park was free, so we went in there for free.
No, I didn't go in because I didn't feel like spending the money, and I'm like, I could see it from right here. Cool. Saw it. It was cool. America, but
Yeah, you went down to Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse is cool. It's never going to be finished.
No. Well, because they're not. That's not all about the statue now. They're trying to build a university there for the Indians.
And they also won't accept any federal assistance or money. And I get it. It's pride. It's this whole thing. Okay, fine. But at the same time, like, you charge me $10 to go see it. What are you guys doing with all this money? And I'll be honest with you, $10 for 2 weeks out of the year, because I don't think a whole lot of people are going there any other time,
right?
To see a mountain that's going to be something someday, and there's a face on it.
Yeah, the face is finished, from what I understand.
The face is done. The face is done.
It's supposed to be a whole deal, like riding on a horse.
It's a dude on a horse pointing because it's Crazy Horse said, hey, where's your, what land is yours?
Yeah, and he was pointing at the Lakota land. Yeah.
Well, hey man, I'll tell you a sad story, but yeah, I mean, it was cool, but yeah,
and you had every bit of weather except snow.
Yeah, it was raining and cold, storms, super hot, super windy. Yeah, it was everything. It was everything that you would expect out of Sturgis. Put over 800 miles on in that week that I was out there. Which you would think would be like, that's not very much, I guess, in a week. Well, yeah, but you figure I didn't go more than 100 miles from base camp. So every day was 100 miles back. And, then there was one day where we didn't do anything but just chill at the park and go downtown. But, it is what it is.
Well, you did it.
Mm-hmm. So I give it 3 stars. I've only been to really 2 big rallies, Sturgis and Daytona. I'll say this: the party is better in Daytona, without a doubt. The downtown scene, the overall vibe is better in Daytona. The riding, Sturgis has that beat by fucking a million.
Oh yeah,
nothing beats the riding in Sturgis.
Right.
So if you want to go there and ride and have fucking just see cool things, see nature, see national monuments, see all this shit, fucking Sturgis all the way. If you're looking for the party, Daytona. Daytona's a way better party than fucking Sturgis by a lot.
Yeah, well, Daytona, they fit it all in that little 4-block area, man.
Well, that's about, because I mean, what do you got? You got Junction,
Well, there's Cabbage Patch too.
Well,
Cabbage
exactly.
Patch
Well,
is
that's
cool.
just it. I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of stuff out in Daytona.
Daytona's got a lot of partying. There's the Cabbage Patch, which is fucking better than downtown, but downtown's not that bad. Sturgis is kind of, it's, you're getting fleeced, and that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Have money.
You're getting fucking fleeced.
And in
And
2 years, it's going to be even bigger. It's the 85th.
yeah, and I'm not going. I don't give a fuck about day. Oh, it's the 85th. We gotta go. Why? It's not my anniversary. I didn't do shit 85 years ago. Fuck.
So anyway, we did that. It's been a hell of a summer. You guys haven't heard from us, and
We've been doing other shit too.
we had a good strip poker run.
Strip poker was awesome.
It really was.
Yeah, we were gonna do a podcast before that, but I don't care. The travelers weren't coming, so how great could it be? But it actually wasn't too bad. It wasn't. It was a pretty good time.
It was. It was a real good time. My daughter was on the trip this time. That was a little weird. She's well, Dad, you don't go into these strip clubs too much. And then meanwhile, every single place they're like, hey, good to see you. Yeah.
Might have been here before.
Might have, yeah. Yeah, that the last one, the Sugar Shack, Gina comes over, runs, hey, so good to see you. Oh, I've known him for years. She tells my daughter, I'm like, oh, well. I guess the secret's out. Allegedly. No, I'll really admit that. Gina's pretty cool. Her dad was a mobster.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I hope her hemorrhoids get better.
Oh, God. I had forgotten about that.
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Yeah. We had a good time, though.
We should get her on the podcast.
We should, actually. And she would do it, too.
She would do it. She would do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And Gina, well, she's
been there 10 years, man.
That's
but I got to tell you, if you're in our area and you're going to go to strip clubs, highly recommend Sugar Shack.
Yep.
Highly recommend it.
Well, it's classy.
It is classy. The bouncers wear tuxedos.
And it's consistent. You're going to get consistent, how do I say this? Quality entertainment.
Very true.
As opposed to the Vegas Club and the Show Palace, which they're never good at the same time.
Yeah.
You notice that?
I have.
They're never good at the same time. Either the Vegas Club has the talent or the Show Palace does. This year I feel like Show Palace is winning.
They did really good this year. We weren't inclined to call it the Cow Palace.
No. And there was no ladies there with penises.
No.
So that was good. Not that I see gender, but
November.
Yeah.
I forgot about the tuck job. Yeah.
Well,
it was, the look on the guy's face was priceless when he found out that it was a dude. Like, really? Like the huge
and he
Adam's
got
apple?
a lap dance.
That's what I mean. He got a lap dance. Yeah.
Like you would think
he got the full experience that day. We had
something would have came up.
The heavens opened up. He was soaking wet. He about stripped down to his underwear in the parking lot at the Show Palace, along with everybody else. We had a Chinese laundry going on that year. But I mean, this year we didn't have any rain. Weather was beautiful. We didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, nobody died.
It's always a plus. And the club had our shit together.
Yep.
We did it flawlessly. We've done that route so many times.
Somebody fucking got too drunk to ride. We got them home. We took their bike home, put them in a fucking car. I mean,
yeah,
it worked out.
Now we got an annual party coming up.
Yeah, we do.
So that's coming up the 26th of August. You're in the area. Stop by the table in Afton. We're going to have
Wisconsin, the table.
Yep. Old school biker games, loudest pipe contest. We got a wet t-shirt contest because who doesn't want to see boobies?
Yep. Wiener bite on a string with the chick.
Yeah, the weenie bite. Right. Yeah. The
slow race. And then isn't there
the barrel race?
The barrel race too, or keg race, or however you want to
keg race, barrel race. Yeah.
The bike and that thing.
Yeah, it's out at a Club Brothers place. I mean, he's got a nice venue out there.
In the country. It's it's chill and fun all at the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna be smoking meat.
Yeah, shit ton of fucking food. So I'm giving away we're raffling off a fishing rod. I made a Freedom Rod. A Freedom Rod. That's right. Rod of Freedom.
So it's red, white, and blue themed. I'll have pictures. I'll throw some pictures on there.
Sprinkle them right here.
I'm proud of my work. Yeah, right here. I'm proud of my work.
You are.
I do
It's
quality.
fantastic. Everybody should get on Tank's rods.
Oh yeah, my wife would just love that. Yeah,
One.
she watches these now. Hi, honey. How are you?
You watch them now.
She does watch them when she wants to see me.
Oh,
You know, we do that whole 6 months apart thing.
Oh, well, then we shouldn't have brought up the whole how all the strip clubs know you then.
I tell her we could do the download every night. I freely let her know. I let her know that I had a girl with very large boobs motorboat me.
Motorboat you?
Yes, several times at the Vegas club for $5. It was pretty cool.
So she put.
Well, I motorboated her, but
I see.
I
was like, never had it.
Yeah, never. Yeah, sorry, you know, it was more my son-in-law going, "Hey, you wouldn't do that with your daughter right here," and I'm like, "Fucking watch me."
You know, hey, you know what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's been a hell of a year. We lost another friend.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, that guy was never gonna die of old age.
No, he wasn't.
He went out the way we all thought he was gonna go out, and
in fact, we talked about him before, and we've had a picture of him with that deer that he hit. That he showed up with a friggin' bloody dead deer bike, him blood everywhere.
Yeah, one of his they were on a run, and one of the guys hit a fucking fawn, came running out across the road.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I mean, that's as good eating right there. So he gutted it right there in the road and rode with it back to the clubhouse with a dead fawn laying on his lap.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get much more real than that.
Well, you know, we've been doing the whole biker thing too. You and I, you know, usually we're up front. Well, you are because you're the president, but
allegedly,
yeah. Everybody knows you're the president, brother.
I know.
But we're up front with 92 and 94 oil snorting Evos. Neither of us have a working speedometer. Well, you don't have a speedometer.
I don't have a speedometer at all.
So.
Well, I got a thing on my phone with I got an app that has a speedometer on it, and I have like a thing that holds the phone, you know, like everybody else. And that's my speedometer. But it drains my phone really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't have a speedometer for long.
So we just kind of listen to the motors and go.
Yeah. You play it by ear.
It's been fun. We went to the dirt track races. That was a lot of fun. The flat tracks
was a good time. We went to the flat track races.
The AMA flat tracks. We must have watched like 37 races, I think it was.
Dude, that was pretty cool.
Some 82-year-old guy out there on a.
Yeah, he wasn't doing great, but at the same time, he was 82 and he's still flat track race. It was like an old cowie, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
but the guy that won the majority of it was like he was my age, like 62, 63.
Yeah. The old boys were fucking showing up,
and he was on a Harley.
Yep,
and they had that little 5-year-old girl out there putting on her little 50cc.
Oh yeah, she was 5 or something.
They were like
5. Yeah.
The pack would go like 3 times around the track for her one, but she got more applause than anybody.
Oh, she got standing ovation when she crossed the finish line.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we've seen a lot this year, you know, deaths, you know, I mean, it's been the full boat, man. But I gotta tell you,
I mean, this has been the past 2 months.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Everything has been going on. That's like 2 months. I mean, and that's the shit we're willing to talk about. I mean, there's other shit that's happened that we can't even talk about.
Do you realize how popular this podcast could be if we could talk about that stuff?
Oh, I mean, there's things we could talk about that other, what we call them before, influencers, because I don't want to say podcaster because they might not do podcasts, they do TikToks, right? They talk about it, but like
we live it,
like we're there, and it's like, oh well, here's what actually happened.
So many of that shit around here too. Like, I mean, the fake patch guy that was here in our area.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that was internet famous who rides around in a fucking Speedo with nothing else.
Dude, he goes to a bar literally 50 yards right there.
Yeah, a lot of us know him, met him. He was like an old pharmacist.
An old pharmacist.
Yeah. Old hippie. He lives right here in town.
He dresses like that in the winter. He wears an old school like Fonzie biker coat in the winter. like -10. Old Fonzie biker jacket, no shirt. Speedos or bicycle shorts, because, if it gets cold out, you got to put the bicycle shorts on. And those shoes that aren't shoes, but they have like, it's like the sock with the individual feet.
Yeah.
Those. That's it. No socks, no pants, no sweatshirt, no long underwears. 10 degrees outside. This motherfucker is just sitting in a bar, throwing darts by himself, hair down to his ass. And that's how he lives his life. And then every fucking summer, he's out bebopping around. It says Dyna or Softail?
I think it's a Dyna. No, it's a Softail.
Yeah, bebopping around on a
Heritage.
Softail Heritage
Yep.
in a Speedo. That's it.
Yeah, there's videos of them that's gone around the internet. People seeing it all.
Look up naked biker. You see an older dude with long gray hair. That's him.
Well tanned,
Very
leather
well
skin.
tanned. Very,
He's
very
cool. He's a
leather.
cool dude.
He's an odd motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He used to play in a volleyball league with one of our club brothers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
But that's him.
I mean, our little area here, we seem to get it all.
I tried asking him if he wanted to be on the podcast. He asked me what a podcast was.
That's the guy we want on there then, man.
I'm like, well, he said, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then he kind of just walked away. I'm like, I'm gonna leave him alone. I don't think the party's ever stopped with that guy. I think it started in 72 and it's still going. So,
well, when you work in the pharmacy and you're the guy that like does the inventory, I'm sure that there's a little freedom, over the years, probably has happened.
he's experimented before.
It could be.
But
anyway, it's been fucking a hell of a season, man. All the stuff that they talk about. And you know what? It seems to be like I see a lot of the guys are sort of going over the same subjects now, because let's be honest, there's people that are the biker shit sells. Like the club stuff is big right now. Like there's a lot of protocol pages and all that, and people just seem to want to know, and they're not getting the real story. They're getting the story that can be told, not the real one that should be told, but we can't.
well, my advice to those people that are
Join a club.
don't even join a club. Just be around one.
That's true.
I mean, if you see a club post an event on social media, whether it's an open house or a party or a ride, that means that's for everybody.
Yeah. And don't be afraid. Everybody's gonna be on their best behavior for those.
And to be honest with you, it's because they want you to spend money, because this shit ain't free. The lights don't stay on for nothing.
Keep the lights on.
Yeah. So
And we do a lot of stuff for charity too. We like to give that money
yeah.
away and help people out.
you gotta do something, otherwise you're just being a jerk off. But
You always get those motherfuckers though that are on there. I'll never join a club because I don't want all this stuff, right? I don't want to be told what to do.
Right.
Blah blah blah, whatever. Hey, if that's what worked for you, that's cool. But the bond of brotherhood that's built is actually it's pretty cool, because here's what happened to me last week, right? So the whole apparently I can't keep airing a tire. I had 2 flat tires. I've had my tire off my Softail 3 times in 4 days.
was this by the guy that you told me I should talk to because he's your son-in-law and he works at a shop?
It's his friend of my son-in-law.
Oh,
And
friend
he
of your
works at a
son-in-law.
shop.
Friend of a friend.
I think he does mag wheels really well.
Really?
Apparently the tubed spoked wheels are a problem.
Well, I mean, nobody's perfect.
But anyway, I mean, so there I'm coming back from out having lunch with somebody. I'm on one of those grooved highways, tooling along 70 miles an hour. I got a freaking 10-wheeler behind me. All of a sudden my tire goes flat. I mean, the rear end just goes to jello. And I pulled over, got it all stopped.
So
And we're back. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, like I said, I pulled over.
tell the people what happened.
Like within a minute, right? I'm on my phone, right? I go out on
There's continuity. We're not sitting the same way. I was more over here. This
pocket.
and this drink was empty. Now it's full.
The magic
It's
of
ginger
video.
ale, by the way, people.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Well, fucking when I did that fucking podcast with the fucking boys from Four for the Road, they were like, "Oh my god, that's a whole lot of Jameson." Well, I would die if I drank all that.
Well, yeah.
Also, by the way,
Oh, yeah, advertising.
shout out
Jameson.
Jameson. Come on,
Yeah,
let's go.
Fleshlight people, Jameson, Johnson & Johnson for the
Here's a
hand.
free T-shirt. I got it from a bar.
So anyway, right? So I mean, I get the flat tire, I pull over, I get on the club
Yeah.
text thing, I said, "Hey man, I need some help. Who can help me out? I just had a flat tire. Here's where I'm at." I get a response within 2 minutes. Within 30 minutes, I've got a brother out there with a truck and a trailer, get the bike loaded up, boom, back to my house. That happened at 4:30. I was at my house at 5:45.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's the part right there. There's what doesn't suck about a club right there. Guys helping each other out.
Or like, hey, this thing on my bike is fucking broken. I need a tool. Chances are there's
one of us
has it.
Yep. Or a part.
Or
Yeah.
I need an extra fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Well, there's
who's
one
got
in the
risers.
basement. Or yeah, who's got I got this, I got that. What I mean, it irritates the shit out of me. As an alleged president of a motorcycle club, I never tell anybody what to do as far as you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 when it comes to, normal shit like riding. Like when I went to Sturgis, I literally told all you guys, do not call me. Don't be adults. Just take care of your own problems. Fuck off. For like a week, because I don't care what you do. So-and-so's in charge now. I'm out of town. Hi. It's not about, club isn't about a dictatorship. It's not about being told what to do. It's about a collective group of dudes that all want to better each other. If that's, yeah,
we're like-minded misfits.
We're all misfits toys. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, we're trying to do a thing,
but we mesh.
Right. I mean, because that's why, I hear about like, and I hate to bring it up, and I know nobody's watching at this point, like 4 people.
That's not true.
Well, 6, but Black Dragon, he talks about some of the clubs that he comes in contact with about how like, oh, well, some of those members don't even have motorcycles, or there's clubs out there like that. And I agree. I see them too. It's not just on the black scene. It's also, it's universal.
It's the scene. Yeah.
It's universal.
Mm-hmm.
There are clubs that will just take in members to get membership. And they want numbers and they don't give a fuck. I mean, there's a well-respected club in the area that takes on just about fucking anybody, even if that person is not, ain't a good fucking dude. He's just a piece of shit, but hey, he's got money and he's willing to fucking sign on down the line, so we'll give him a try.
Yeah.
We're
not like that though.
No, we're very picky, and that's why we are who we are. We're a single chapter club. We don't
recruit, we recognize.
Exactly. We're not going to ask you, you ask us.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have they've got a bad connotation in their head about what the prospecting period is, about the probationary period, we call it.
Yeah.
In a club. And it's, yeah, sure, it's about getting to know that dude, but it's about them getting to know us. That door swings both ways.
And it's like this. I mean, let's say you have a feeling like you might want to join a motorcycle club. The only way you're going to get to know that club is to go through the process. You going on a ride, hanging out at a bar, you're not going to know that club, because I'll tell you right now, it's not that we're fake, but there's certain things we don't talk about with the normies, as it were. And let's say that we think you're cool and we make you a hang around. Okay, well, now you can hang around. You're going to learn a little bit more, but still, you're still kept at arm's length. Let's say we think that you're a good fit. Let's see how this goes. We make you a probate or a prospect, depending upon however you want to call it. Well, you're going to be given tasks because now we're going to test you. But at the same time, we're going to bring you in just a little bit, but we keep also a little bit back because we don't know if you're going to work out.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
No, you don't.
You know, there's been guys that have quit when they've had a week left of their time of being a probate.
Yes.
They've quit. Oh, it's not for me. You know, oh, my old lady's mad at me. I got to quit. Oh, I can't. My job is mad at me. I got to quit. Oh, I can't because of, you know, my dad's dog got
Insert
sick.
excuse there. Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, that's cool too.
And that's fine. Hey, didn't work. It's fine. Whatever, man.
We don't want empty vests.
No. But to really get to know a club, you got to be a member. And I can't stress this enough. It's like when I hear people talk like they know the club life because they know a dude that was in one and they were never in one. It's like, no, you don't. You don't know shit
You
about
don't.
shit.
You think you do.
You don't know shit.
You don't. No.
You don't know shit. Oh, I was adjacent. It doesn't matter. You don't know shit.
Yeah. I've hung around it for 25 years.
So did you?
So?
Did you drink beer at a clubhouse? Good for you.
Yeah, I went to their open houses.
Oh
I
my
showed
God,
up
you're
their
amazing.
events.
We got guys that come around here to do that. Well, I know them pretty well. I know you don't know me, motherfucker. I went across the street to piss on your fucking head if it was on fire. Shut up.
These are the same people that'll see you out in public and they're like, "Oh, you're in that club. Do you know this person?" Like,
Yeah.
a member of the club? Yeah. No, never heard of him. What the fuck, man? Really? Of course I know him. Like, you want his VIN number? You know, Jesus Christ. Of course we know him. You do things for each other. You
know everything.
You're there
about it.
for each
Yeah,
other.
It's one of those deals. You know, I don't know.
So it's not for everybody, but I tell you what, it's pretty cool when you get the right group of people.
And it's always work in progress.
It's a moving target. Constantly. It's always changing.
Well, exactly. You know, it's like, remember we did that round table and I was wearing an Adidas fucking jacket.
Yeah, you were looking like a Russian
AK and a ski mask on. And the reason why is because it was a round table with, was it Black Dragon and Hollywood,
Danny D'Lo.
Oh, that one fucking guy, that buff Italian dude.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Whatever his fucking influencer handle YouTube thing, something with a rod. I don't fucking. He's full of shit. So. But fuck. Anyways, and they were talking about what would you do if there was a apocalypse type situation. How would you handle with the club? And it's like, well, you would have to be realistic that you wouldn't be able to, because in an apocalyptical type situation, you're not dealing with just the club. You're dealing with the club and everybody attached to it. So let's say you have, well, we use a round number, 20 members. Okay. Let's say 18 of those 20 members are married. Okay. So now you're dealing with 38 people. And then let's say that half of them got 2 kids. Okay. So now you're dealing with 48 people. And then you figure everybody's got a mom, everybody might have a dad, everybody might have an aunt, a cousin, whatever.
We all have dogs.
There's families involved now.
Yeah.
So now you can go from having to deal with a 20-member club to a colony of like 100+ people. You're not dealing with it. And that's a chapter. If you're a big club, like a big 1% type club, now you're dealing with thousands of people.
Yeah.
Or a chapter of 100 people that's under the umbrella of tens of thousands of people. It gets crazy. It's one of those things where it's like, it's going to test the club's integrity. And I'm willing to tell you, or unfortunately gonna be able to tell you that it's gonna fracture at some point if it's like an apocalypse type situation. Now, the reason why I say it is because as a president of a chapter, I have to deal with every member, and every member has something going on in their life, whether it's an ex-wife or a wife that's in the hospital,
Or a kid that's in a hospital.
or a kid that's in the hospital, or a wife that's mad at them for not being around enough, or you're gonna have to deal with all of this shit. There's always a fire you have to put out. I don't give a shit. And the reason why we do this is because of Brotherhood, because now we have a support system for one another. Because I want to tell you right now, if you're listening to this and you're not a club member, I'm going to tell you right now, your best friend in the whole wide world, you might have one. I've got more than that.
Yeah.
Almost said something I shouldn't have said. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Less than 100.
Less than 100, more than
10.
More than 10.
Yeah. It's the bad answer, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And why do we have that secrecy? Well, to protect each other.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of people, they speculate. You watch Sons of Anarchy, right? You watch a few episodes of Gangland. You go to some open houses, you go to some rides, you go to your bike night, and you think you know. And you see the club guys, and they're off talking by themselves. There's a group of them, and everybody speculates. They were talking about, a drug ring or the money laundering, or you put the Sons of Anarchy, thing to it.
Right.
And here's the deal. We're not going to talk about anything, even the mundane shit. Like, do we want to get this new brand of pizza so we have it in stock for us to eat at the clubhouse? Nobody needs to know our bullshit.
Oh, and that bullshit is real, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you'd be surprised. The debates we have, they're some of the most boringest fucking
pizza cutters.
Do you know, I almost had to kick somebody out of the goddamn club over pizza cutters.
Pizza cutters.
Yeah.
Pizza cutters.
It got real.
It got real.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's the funny thing. When you need a pizza cutter, we still can't find a motherfucker. They're usually down in the sink over there, and we got a clean one. But it's comical.
It's so fucking, it's like, if they only knew
the minutia, the bullshit.
Yeah, the random shit that we fucking fight about is so fucking mundane. It's like, God.
Yeah, how many times have we said that, especially this past year, because it's had its trials and tribulations, but like, yeah, join a club, ride motorcycles, it'll be fun, they said.
Yeah.
But there's bullshit in everything. There's bullshit at your job, there's bullshit in your own family. There's bullshit in Kiwanis.
We talk about the internet, right? So everybody that's listening to this, if you're into podcasting, you probably know about the whole Hunter Biden thing and the whole Biden conspiracy thing. All of that shit is because of the internet. Because the mainstream media won't even talk about it. It's a thing because of the internet, because there's another way to communicate with one another. Okay. So how many fucking club / bikers / influencers are out there? Quite a bit, right?
A lot, yeah.
Had a new guy start at my job. There's a younger guy that works with me. He rides all the time because his truck is broken. And this guy's like, hey, man, are you in a club? To this younger guy who works literally right next to me. And yada, yada. And he starts, oh, man, I've seen Sons of Anarchy. You think it's like that? You think it's like... And like, this guy is still fully convinced that Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans are a fucking documentary. And what's hilarious is that he didn't ask me, and I will wear soft colors to work, literally with an MC logo on it. And it doesn't even register in it because I typically drive my truck because I'm lazy in the morning and I don't feel like putting a jacket on.
Well, Wisconsin does get cold in the morning, especially when you get up and go to work.
It was 58 degrees this morning. It's cold out. Now it's like 80, but I'm not. Dude,
well, you're still putting your bike back together again after it tried to eat itself and start.
Well, that is true. I did have to sneak parts in so I can weld them back together at work so I can ride the motherfucker. Because the Road King's broken again. Shocker, but that's
What a surprise there.
Well, it's getting put. We actually call it the machine shop. Shout out Dark Horse, by the way. And yeah, we'll get that going.
There's another thing, right? One of the other intangibles. If you're going to ride a lot, you better have some money, or you better have some mechanical skills, and you better possess both of them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you got to keep that thing on the road. I'll tell you what, if you're going to ride that thing with repetition, you better do your maintenance. You better look at some stuff.
Hey, there was a movie back in the day called Mad Max.
Yep.
Mel Gibson. And there was a scene in that movie where his van broke. I don't know if you remember it.
I do.
And he stopped at a local repair shop to get it fixed. And there was a sign in the window that said, "Speed costs money. How fast do you want to go?" That is the truest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah. Well, you're coming from the car side of it too.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like old Grumpy Jenkins, old race car driver, said, "I spend money on things I don't need to impress people I don't know."
Wasn't he the one man show?
Yeah.
He was a one man. He didn't have any mechanics.
Nope. Pro stock.
Yeah.
Drove a Chevy Camaro 69, I believe, or 67, 69. But the first gen Camaro.
Yep.
Pro stock. NHRA. One man show. Famously known for smoking a cigar and being really, really grumpy. That's the reason why they called him Grumpy Jenkins.
I wouldn't trade any of it for anything, though, brother.
No. Well, because at least you know you're living like the real life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all these bad dads and bad grandpas that are either trying to have a story to tell the office when they come in on Monday, or they're trying to relive a rebel youth they never had, or you know, you name it. Like they're out there, and I get it. I mean, how many people have made a meme or a fucking thing about Harley riders are fucking nothing but drunks and douchebags?
I don't know. That wouldn't be too hard to find one.
Ignore me right now. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It is true. Those guys are out there. I mean, well, you know this being an A-bait. What's the number one fucking cause or the number one demographic for getting into accidents on motorcycles?
Well, the number one demographic would be that motherfucker that's 50 years old that decided he was suddenly going to buy a motorcycle. So he goes off, he takes his class, and then he gets on. So he takes this class on some little 500 street, some little 300-pound motorcycle.
Yep.
Then he buys a full dresser that weighs 900 pounds.
Or more than that.
Or more than that, yeah. And then he sticks his fat ass on there and his old lady's fat ass on there and bites usually within 90 days of them getting their license. That's when the majority of the motorcycle crashes happen, within the first 90 days of you getting your M endorsement.
And if you were to ask most guys that ride a Harley, hey, what's the number one demographic to get into motorcycle accidents and have a fatality or just whatever, you would say, oh, a sport bike kid.
You would think that.
Some young guy in his 20s on a sport bike acting like an asshole. Is that true?
Not true.
It's not true. It's the old fucking retired guys that I rode a dirt bike in my teens.
So I must know how to do it.
Yeah, good luck.
It's a translatable skill, but it's also a perishable skill.
Yep.
Very much so. And a lot of I mean, look at these roads that we ride on around here. These are not the best roads we ride on.
Oh, and look at the speeds. I mean,
yeah.
You're going to jump on the interstate and people are doing 75, 80. The speed limit in South Dakota is 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how many guys I passed on? Also, by the way, just to loop back around in Sturgis, you know what I noticed? There's a lot of trikes.
Well, that's the new wave, right? That's the big that.
And I'm going to say some of them new trikes look pretty cool.
They do. The
CVO trike, I'm like, I could see it.
A local shop right up the street. That's their bread and butter these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never ride one, but.
No, I would go with the Tilting Motorworks conversion myself. So they take your existing bike and put the independent suspension with the two wheels on front. You can still lean the bike.
Oh, yeah. That's
what I would do.
Well, I'll probably never be that old, but I go sidecar. Go sidecar and just pretend like I got it because the old lady wants a sidecar. It works.
I can just see it. You're gonna get the, your friend, graybeard friend who's you're waiting to one side, hanging out way over on the one side behind you when we're trying to take a turn real quick, and then
That's right.
it looks like a lot of fun, actually.
It does look like a lot of fun.
Just like the whole flat track shit looked like a lot of fun too.
We're all sitting there thinking to myself, well, I can afford like a 125. You
Yeah.
can get into it. And then,
You take one. You saw that track. You saw. But just the roads around here alone. I mean, we went up to Sheboygan a couple years back, right? To Suburban. Shout out to Suburban, the guy that does the heads. We were leaving there. We're in North Milwaukee. You go through this pothole that almost ate your bike.
Yeah, it was.
I thought I lost you.
It was like the pit from hell. I was like, oh my God, it goes on forever.
Yeah, shit, Boomer and I hit that hole down in Danville, Illinois a couple years back, and we both blew out our front ends. But we still had another 150 miles to ride.
There's that fucking manhole cover up the street.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Left-hand side, it will launch you into the air at 35 miles an hour.
So there's a lot of factors that are involved in there. So
fuck.
A lot of things can go wrong, but a lot of things go right if you do it right.
Well, that's just it. I mean, we're talking about the moments that they don't go right. But what do you want to hear about? The cool shit you see? We see a lot of cool shit.
We do.
I mean, every weekend I ride a bike, I see something cool and I do something cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not golf. What am I going to go? No offense. What am I going to go fishing? I mean,
none taken.
I don't care about fitness. Walleye only fucking $12 on Fridays in Wisconsin. Okay.
Pretty good walleye too.
Yeah. Pretty good walleye. What am I gonna take up? I don't know. Whatever normal people do. I don't know what normal people. Bowling.
We're not normal people.
Am I gonna get a bowling league? I mean, fuck.
My back, I can't bowl anymore, and I wouldn't want to. I was in a dart league down in Rockford, Illinois.
A pool league?
And I stopped doing the dart league because they had somebody was like shot and killed 2 days before in the bar. There was still fucking outlines of it on the goddamn floor where he bled out. So I said, wow, maybe this isn't for me. I don't.
Is that Rockford?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out Rockford, Illinois for being trash.
Oh, yeah. Rockford. They're number one in many categories in the violence thing. Well, that's just the thing, though. It's like when we do it, we're going on like hundreds of thousands of miles of road experience. And are we riding fast? Yeah, but we're riding fast in certain areas. Are we charging into turns when we've got to over brake to be able to take into the turn? No.
Well, some of us.
Some of us do, and we try to stay away from them. But
yeah, but it's like we get compliments when we do a ride. They're like, hey, it was slow, it was easy, everything was safe, I felt really good, you guys know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then we had a guy that wanted to ride with us, and it was just us. And he was like, wow, you guys ride a lot faster than I thought you did. I'm like, well, that's because it's just us. We know our ability.
Yeah.
So we stay to our ability. I mean, when we throw a public ride, we go slow. We take everything slow because I don't know everybody's ability. We don't know if the chick that showed up on the Deuce knows how to ride, because chances are she might not. And the last thing we want to do is put her at speed and have her compromise the middle of the pack.
That's our number one goal, is to keep everybody safe and have a good time.
Right. If you're some dude that rides fast and hard all the fucking time and you're like, oh, this ride was boring. Well, yeah, because to the person in the back that doesn't ride is white knuckling it just because they're around other motorcycles, we need to make sure they don't die. And you can say, well, maybe they shouldn't come. Well, they're going to show up.
Yeah, and then we pick them out of the crowd and say, hey, man, we have some complaints about you hot dogging it up through the pack, and either going to stop it or you're not going to ride with us
Yeah. And you can either agree with that or
leave.
have a very bad day.
Yeah. Because it's all about keeping people safe.
Right. You know, I'll punch a motherfucker in the face before I want to see somebody get fucking fucked up and die.
We've already seen that this year.
We've already watched people get picked up off the ground.
Yeah.
So
Too many.
Yeah.
Entirely too many. So I mean, you know, some of us had a lot of fun on the strip poker run.
Yeah.
The blockers. We always have fun blocking. You'll be doing that next year, I know.
No, it doesn't sound like it. But anyways.
Yeah, you say that. You were leading the ride this time.
Anyways.
I got to go tearing up and down and having fun.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to keep the fucking shit show express.
But we even make that safe.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, even I mean we just we develop a system, and after years of experience, that's what it is.
Well, and how many times do we ride the route? You know, we check it for gravel and
Once.
oh, that's usually it's not, no, yeah, please. Depends, because I mean Wisconsin's got that little pea gravel thing they do.
I ran the route half an hour before we did the ride.
Yep.
I ran the whole route.
I did that with a rider of ours earlier the year because
Yeah.
we had to change the route, had to find a new way.
Because they pea gravelled it the day before.
Pea gravel the day before, yep.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of nuts and bolts that go into it. And I wouldn't trade any of it.
Planning.
Oh, there is a lot of planning.
But if you do it because you want to have a successful ride, you want to make sure that everybody gets there safe. You want to make sure everybody leaves the way they showed up.
Yeah.
Not in an ambulance and not, unbreathing.
You know, and there's, the other thing about club life I love too is the camaraderie you build up with other clubs. There's other local clubs in the area and, lifelong relationships. I mean, I see another friend of ours passed on this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sad. He was one of the first guys that I met from that club fucking years ago. So cool dude. Time got him. Age got him. I mean, let's face it. The culture's aging out.
Oh, we're a dying breed.
Very much so.
For sure. We're a dying breed.
Because a lot of the younger kids, they don't care about the things that we care about, and they want a fast track. And if you're going to do it right, there is no fast track. There is no fast way to join a club of repute.
Well, because they go on Instagram or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, hey man, I saw you on there, and I've been following you for a while. So can I hang out?" I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Well, we're friends on Facebook. Yeah, you and another 800 motherfuckers that I barely know.
Yeah, do you know how many followers I have? I have no fucking idea who you are, dude.
I know about 120 of them real well, but
yeah, but those aren't the ones that come up to you. It's always some obscure dude.
Yeah, with the same tired conversations about how either he was going to buy a Harley, but they cost too much, and then our response is, well, yeah, like the bike I'm on out there, yeah, I only paid $2,000 for that and put another $2,000 in parts, so it rides.
Oh,
fine.
I love the old guys. I used to ride, but no anymore because the wife made me get rid of it, or I would kill myself because I was so reckless on it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, you're a fucking real badass, dude.
No, because the reality of it is that everybody wants to be the biker until it comes time to do the real biker thing, like riding in the rain, like making that long haul trip, like, getting the bike out of the garage and actually going on the road, dealing with the traffic, dealing with the assholes, having your head on a swivel, having to watch in front of you, beside you, behind you, all at the same time, worrying about the wildlife, worrying about the potholes in the road, worrying about the asshole who's riding ditch, is gonna probably push you out into traffic because they're they're overcompensating, all of that stuff. But I wouldn't trade any of it.
No, I'm gonna keep doing it, but
that's us.
Yep, that's what we do, and that's why I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I'm just willing to put up with more shit. My superpower is I'm tolerant of bullshit. That's about it.
Well, you have to be.
You have to.
And you got to have thick skin.
Oh, yeah.
You do. And you have to be able to think on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing. If you want to ride well, the only way to ride well is to ride more.
Well, with experience, you get wisdom,
Right.
you know,
Right.
but I don't know how long this has been going on because
It's
we've
been
had to
going on
restart
long
it.
enough.
Yeah.
You know, we did a podcast. We talked about some stuff. We actually had some shit to say. It's good.
Sure.
Yeah.
We should do more of these.
We probably should. You know, I mean,
More
I just don't want to be a slave to it like we were before.
Well, and I don't want to talk about other people's shit, other influencers. Like, I don't, whatever they are, and I don't care about the drama. It's fucking boring. It's like, I don't care.
Some of those guys, that's their bread and butter. You know, that's how they're making money off it. We've never made a dime one off of this.
No, it's cost money.
It's cost money to do it.
And I don't, it's the whole biker news thing. I've never wanted to do that. I don't fucking care.
Or the protocol thing for that matter.
I don't care. Yeah. You want to know protocol? Yeah. Join a club. If you don't want to join a club, then why do you need to know it?
Let's leave it on that, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to hang around clubs or you don't want to join a club, how do you act? Respectfully. Don't be a dick. You'll be fine.
Pretty much, yeah.
There you go. There's a secret.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch another video on how to act in a clubhouse.
Or go on a Facebook page and read somebody's post.
Yeah. Do you want to know about products? Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, cool. Buy them. Yeah. What is it? Memphis Shade or whatever?
Memphis Shade, yeah.
Yeah. They're probably not the best windshield. They just have the most money and they paid the most people to say Memphis Shade. I had a Clockwork windshield on a bike once.
Clockwork, yeah.
Fucking nice fucking windshield.
Because they've got that little lip thing.
That little thingy. That really works.
That makes all the difference in the world.
It really works. So there's a free shout out to Clockwork windshields. They work.
Yeah, and I mean, you want them that build power? Well, you better have good. You have to have deep pockets.
How fast do you want to go?
How fast do you want to go? Yeah, but if you just want to ride, here's my advice. To anybody who's going to buy that new Harley, leave it stock.
No, here's what you want.
No, I'm just saying, don't fuck with the
stage one.
Yeah, okay.
Air cleaner, exhaust.
Yeah.
If you want any more than that, then go more than that. Do cams and a big bore kit.
Yeah, don't do the 2 or 3. Go right to 4.
Go right. Yeah, go all the way or don't go at all.
Yeah,
because you're not exhaust, intake, or air cleaner, or whatever you want to call it, exhaust, tune. Trust me,
call it a day.
90% of the assholes that are watching this, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And if you want to upgrade your stereo and be that guy, then go ahead and be that guy. But it's going to cost you money. If it's cheap, it's crap. You get what you pay for when it comes to audio and performance.
You want to be that guy that throws all the chrome gewgaws on it? Well, guess what? You're going to spend more time cleaning them because those got to stay clean. I've taken more chrome crap off my bike than I've put back on.
I have chrome on my bike. I just don't clean it because I just don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I'll do repairs on it and find some chrome thing. And I'm like, I don't even need to put that back on again. Fuck that. One less thing to think about. One less thing to take off because I'm going to go through 3 back tires a year, you know?
Yeah. I don't care.
Well, your chopper's super easy to take the tires off of.
Well, yeah, that is true.
My Softail, not so much. Although after last week, I can take that goddamn rear tire off and put it back on in a heartbeat now.
Yeah, I mean, just ride your ride and fucking don't worry about what people think about you and don't worry about what other people are doing. Just do you.
Yeah. 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 There's an ambulance.
Yeah, somebody got fucked up.
Yeah, well, we're right on the edge of the 4th ward. What do you expect?
In the ghetto. So
yeah, thanks for watching. Glad we were able to get back in here and talk some more bullshit.
6 people.
You're in our if you're in our neck of the woods here, August 26th. Hey man, stop out, check out our party.
Oh, we're doing a ride September 30th.
Oh yeah, the dive bar ride.
Yeah, it's a free ride. There's no registration, there's no fee, there's no meal, there's no nothing. We're just riding. Show up at 11. We're leaving at noon.
Pretty simple.
Yep.
Yeah,
where are we going? Places.
Yeah, this is a real nice country because we always pick good roads.
We pick fun places to go.
Yeah.
It's just a last get together
Well, for me, yeah.
for you, but at the same time, it's also damn near the end of the
Well,
season.
here's the thing too, is we'll find those roads, where you don't even have to hit your brake. You can just stay cruising about 60, 65, and then
Well,
just
yeah.
either throttle up, throttle down. You're not even tapping your brakes. You're just sailing through the turns. That's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. And you want to go fast? Yeah, go fast.
Want to go slow, go slow.
We've done all those things.
All of them. All right. Well, until next time.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. And keep in mind, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars. Peace.
I don't know why I did that.